Okay, we're going to get into my sales that I've had this week. I'm going to give you sales from last Friday to today. What is today? The 17th. So May 10th through the 17th, I've got sales on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. So I'm going to go into my computer, show you guys what's selling now. Hopefully this will help you in your reselling business so you can make more money. Know what to pick up, know what to sell. Okay, so we're going to start on Depop. I did have a decent amount of sales here, although a couple things I had to cancel because they were really old listings that I forgot to cancel before. Okay, first up is this Cachet tank top. This is a store that is no longer in business. It went out of business, but this is a new with tags, dead stock, I guess, because it is vintage. I don't know what it retailed for, but it was very Y2K. So I sold that on Depop. I think it was for $40. Let me check. Oh, $38, yeah. $38, good sale there. Next up, we have a pair of Fit Flop sandals. These were in a size 5, so very tiny size, but that's okay. They still sold. They were in like new condition. Gold skinny wedge flip-flops. I'm selling Fit Flop and Vionic sandals. Pretty good right now. That's what the logo looks like there, and then it usually says it on the bottom, so super easy to figure that out. Next up, we have a pair of Dansko sandals. These were actually old sandals that I had from quite a while ago, or maybe that was Ryan was trying to sell. They sold for an offer of $18. They were black leather, kind of had some wear to them. So I did sell them for cheaper than maybe what I would normally sell. I was lazy apparently and did not use the shoe forms, which maybe could have helped. Next up, we have a pair of Free People jeans. These sold for $21.30. They were new with tags. And why they sold so cheap is because I am stupid. And on the back, there was rips by the pocket. So size 27, you can see here, there's a rip there. There's another rip there. But they still sold oddly fast. And I still made a good amount of money. I'm not a good. I mean, I doubled my money, I think. I think I paid $10 for these originally. So I still list stuff with flaws all the time unless it's ridiculous. But if it's a good brand, you can still sell stuff with flaws. Next up, we have a pair of Keen sandals that I sold for $30. These were a pair of brown leather hiking outdoor sandals in a size 6.5. Keen sells good in this spring, summertime. So as you can see, when I use the shoe forms, it does make it look better. So I really should have been using those. Those are linked down below in my description in my Amazon store if you guys want those for your business, as well as everything else I use for my business. Next up, we have a sale of REI Co-op pants. These sold for $28. I don't know if I've ever sold REI Co-op. I have heard from a couple of people that the REI Co-op does better than just regular REI. I don't know how factual that is. These are a pair of size 6 petite cargo convertible pants. So convertible is when they can zip off right here into shorts. And that is a good keyword to use in your listing. So if you have pants like that, make sure you put in that keyword. This is a Fossil bag that I sold for $20. I picked this up at a garage sale recently for $1. So that was an amazing sale. I used and carried this at church this Sunday, and then it sold while I was carrying it. So that's great. Fossil, I don't pick up that much anymore because it doesn't do that great. I mean, like this, it sold for $20. But if I can get it really cheap, like I did at that garage sale, it was a nice, easy, quick flip. Next up, we have a Girlfriend Collective skirt. This was a size medium black skirt with built-in shorts. These were getting lots of attention. I also had a gray one, and I'm realizing I used a stock picture gray, but that one was black, but oh well. So that sold fast for $20. And let's see, I also sold this Marlboro vintage jacket. This sold for $23. This was a men's size small, if I can click on it, denim jacket. So it didn't have amazing comps, but I don't know. I just decided to pick it up because I figured it could sell quickly, and Depop definitely is a place that I would imagine that it would sell on, and it did. So that is amazing. Did I show you these jeans last week? Because they're from the 7th. They're a pair of Revice jeans in a size 26, sold for $60. Raw hem, high rise with the star on the back pocket, or yeah, the whole back thing. So those ones do sell better, and that is it for my Depop sales. Let's go on to Mercari. Mercari, I had a decent amount of sales this week. I had 3 that I shipped out overnight. First up were these pair of Athleta jeans. I do pick up Athleta jeans if they are a larger size. These sold for $28. These ones were in a size 14, so better size. They sold really fast. Sculpt Tech, that's what you want to look for in Athleta. This is a Ralph Lauren sweater. I don't usually pick up Ralph Lauren, but since this had this nautical summer sailing kind of vibes, that's why I decided to get it. It did sell very fast for $28.35. That's what it looked like on the front. Plus, it was in a size 2X, which I think definitely helped it. Sold very quickly, so I am happy about that. We sold these Brooks running shoes. I actually had these, they were just not listed anywhere, or maybe Ryan had selling them, but I looked through all of my shoes in my inventory, and there was some that were Ryan's that he never sold, and there was some that were like, where are these listed? They are not anywhere. So $26.25, which is fine with me. I don't pick up all Brooks. They all don't do very good, but if you can look up certain styles, you can use the number like right up here, or you can just use Google Lens and see what they go for. Next up are a pair of Miss Me capris. Miss Me is selling pretty good for me right now. I think people like to wear it for like rodeos and Western and stuff like that, and some people are just into the style. Somebody said that Gen Z is trying to bring back capris. I don't know if that's true, but these did sell for $30. They had the back like angel wing pockets in a size 27. So I was happy with that sale. And then next up we have a Nike hoodie. This is a women's extra large, just like a classic Nike pullover sweatshirt. Sold for $24.30. So, you know, on Mercari now we don't get, or they don't take out any fees, so we get everything. So that's amazing. Next up was a Lululemon skirt. This was a pace setter skirt is the style. I did use pickleball and tennis. Pickleball is really gaining popularity. I've been playing with my niece, who is probably going to go pro for real, and she's helping me. But yes, it's getting very popular. Next up is a pair of Zara jeans. These are new with tags in a size 2 tall. I did give these to Grace a try on. They wouldn't fit over her hips. I think she could fit a 2 in the waist, but not her hips. So it's kind of sucks buying jeans. I feel her pain. She's also tall. She's not super tall, but her legs are long. So these sold for $32. So I'm glad that since she couldn't use them, I was able to still make a sale. Let's go on to Poshmark. Let me know how your sales have been down below in the comments. My sales were pretty good this week. I had a couple of slow days, but then I had some good days that made up for it. And then a couple of higher dollar sales that you'll see. So it all evened out to a pretty good sales week. First up, I sold this Talbot's wool blazer, which is kind of crazy when it's getting really hot out that I sold a wool blazer. But this is why I list everything in all seasons. This was listed quite a while ago, though. It's a size 10, and it was a wool blend, just classic blazer. So I don't know. Some of my Talbot's jackets lately or blazers have been sitting for a long time. And so I don't know if I would continue to keep picking those up, especially in the smaller sizes. Next up, we have a pair of Birkenstocks. These were the Betula sandals in a white leather. These sold really fast in like a day. The comps weren't super high on these, and mine were fairly worn, but they still sold really fast for $28. So I was glad that I sold those so quickly. I figured they would, being Birkenstock and summer. So sorry, this is taking so long. My computer's a little slow this morning. Next up is an Athleta sports bra. This was just mine. I was going through my closet getting rid of stuff that didn't fit me anymore, and I was like, I probably could still sell this for some money. And I did. I sold it for $12. So, I mean, that's fine. Nothing amazing. These are a pair of Miss Me jeans that had some major flaws. So again, a flawed item sold, size 34. They had holes forming on the inside of the thighs. That's something that you should check for at the thrift store. Don't be like me and apparently just throw it in my cart without checking. Maybe I was in a rush. I don't know. I paid $5 for these, I think. So I really didn't make that much, but I don't know. Maybe I should have just donated them. But anyway, here's a bundle of 2 Lily Pulitzer items for $18. I've had this little Lily Pulitzer pouch forever. So that had got marked down all the way to $5 because I do go in my Poshmark closet every once in a while and I drop prices. The Lily Pulitzer shorts, those were listed at $17 and they were in a size 0, so not the best size. I was glad to get rid of the bundle and give somebody a good deal on a couple of cute things for the summer. Why did that go away from my sales? Okay, and then next we have this Love Shack Fancy dress. Love Shack Fancy can be a bolo brand, but every style is different. This is not a bolo or desirable style, but I still picked it up because I was like, I probably can sell it quickly, and I did. I sold it for $30. It wasn't a size 2. It was pink. Here's what the tag looks like. I don't know if all the tags look like that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys sell Love Shack Fancy, because I feel like this looks like an older tag, but I am not positive, so if you have any insight on that, let me know. Next up was a J. McLaughlin shirt. This is a brand that does seem to sell better for me in this spring, summer. This one was a size small, green, white. It did have that Catalina cloth, which was like the scuba stretchy material, not Scooby, which I do like to put into my title with this brand. $25 sale on that. Next up, we have a pair of American Eagle shorts in a size 12. These sold for $21. Probably after June, I'm going to stop picking up American Eagle shorts because they don't sell for a ton, but they really are selling good right now. But it's going to get to a point where people are not looking for shorts that much anymore, and they will start thinking about fall. So yeah, not very much longer. Next up is a bundle for $32, a Lululemon sweater. This was a pink oversized sweater and a Talbot's blazer. I did accept that offer of $32 because the Talbot's blazer I've had for almost a year at this point, I think. In a size 8, I might just stick to trying to get larger or plus size for Talbot's. And the sweater was listed at $36, so I don't know. Not an amazing bundle, but that's okay. Got rid of some older inventory. Next up, it's a Catherine's shirt for $18. So lately I've been picking up Catherine's when it's like beaded like this or colorful, or it's giving me like very summer-y vibes, which this one was. I'm getting around $18 to $25 for them. So that was okay with that. That probably sold within a few weeks. We have a pair of R13 jeans. R13 can definitely be a bolo. These were a pair of floral skinny jeans. My other R13 jeans I sold really fast, I think for around $100. So obviously the printed skinny is not going to do as good, but they still sold for $50. So R13, you're going to see it on the back pocket right here. Sorry, I took a drink. And then right here, this is on the inside. It tells the style number, which is super nice. So $50, I'm really happy to sell a $50 thing on a pair of printed skinny jeans, because that is definitely not in style. Next up is a pair of Ever Eve shorts. Some Ever Eve can do good, but not all. So check the style. These were a size 27. They were called the Ever short, whatever the frick that means. $35 on those. Great sale. We have a cabbie top in a size extra large. So Ryan used to sell a lot of cabbie, but the smaller sizes don't do as good anymore. For most styles, some things can still do okay, but I have sold a couple of extra large tank tops recently for around $20. So I was glad to pick this up for a nice, like, quick little sale and a summer type item in my closet. Here's a pair of Judy blue jeans. If you watch my channel, you probably see me pick these up in almost every haul, and you probably see them in almost every what sold. I love selling them. They are a size 32, and they were a boyfriend fit, distressed. So yay for the Judy blue. Do you guys sell that brand? I know that I talked to some people, and like Quenby, she lives out in California. She says she hardly ever finds it. So very interesting. This was a viewer. So thank you so much for coming in to purchase this. When she sent me the offer, I did not realize it was a viewer. A really cute Lily Pulitzer top. You guys might have seen me show this in my recent video on Tuesday. If you guys want to watch that, it's a thrift with me video. And I showed when I was pulling this out to ship. So super excited for this sale. $40 is great for Lily Pulitzer. And bonus, that was a viewer. She told me after she got it when she rated it. And so I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So anytime you guys buy from me, I appreciate it. You don't have to, but you can always send me a message or send me an offer. And as long as it's not horrible, I'll probably take it. This is a J. Jill dress in a size medium tall. I got this for myself to try on. This was when I was like in between sizes, but it looked like a literal tent, so it was not it for me. Striped linen. I use the word coastal because I feel like this is something you would wear around the beach. Loose. So that was a good sale on that. I like when I buy something for myself and then I can still just resell it. Next up was an Abercrombie and Fitch bodysuit. This was actually mine as well. It was a size large, but it was like really fitted. White. I have an issue with bodysuits because I'm tall, and my like torso is long. And so I either would need to get ones that are made for tall people, or I just don't snap them because otherwise it's like super uncomfortable. Anyway, I don't know if you guys really care about that. Next up is a pair of Lululemon shorts. These were a pair of size 4. They were the speed up shorts. This was definitely an older style with this polka dot. I found it a while back with some other Lululemon items at a Goodwill, and I had some people on TikTok telling me that it was really old and no one's going to want those styles, but guess what? Somebody did. And they sold for $25. This is a Beach Riot, which can be a bolo. This sale, I was a little bit scared because she sent me an offer of $60. I accepted it, and then it popped up the message, we're having a problem with the buyer's payment. I was like, ugh. And she came back the next day, though, and bought it. So I was super excited about that. This was a set. I actually listed this just before Valentine's Day, maybe thinking it would sell by then, but it didn't. That's okay. It's really cute. It sold for $60. I am really happy with that. So, yay. We have a Cezanne. I can't remember how to say this. Give me, oh my gosh, not this again like I did last week. Give me a pronunciation of how to say this in the comments because I don't know if I'm saying it right. This is a blue and green plaid preppy academia dress. This is a bolo. When you see this tag, pick it up. Definitely a really good seller. I probably could have got a little more for this in the fall, but I was really wanting to make money and make sales. So I did go ahead and accept that offer of $80. Next up, we have a Torrid shirt in a size 4X. This was a pink zip front shirt. I think it was new with tags. Yes, and it sat for a really long time. So finally sold for $17. Glad to get out of my closet. I am passing on so much Torrid these days. I don't know about you guys, but it is not it for me. Next up is a pair of men's Cole Haan shoes. These were in a size 12. They sold for $20. Cole Haan can do okay, but lately for me, even in the men's and the women's, it just is not selling very fast. And if it's not something that's going to sell for a lot of money, I would prefer my things to sell quickly. So I have been leaving behind a lot of Cole Haan at the thrift store. Next up, we have a bundle of 2 items for $56. This was a Patagonia sweatshirt. This had actually like this little surf logo on it instead of their normal one. And then the other item in the bundle was a Lululemon sweatshirt in a size 6. This was just a basic crew neck pullover sweatshirt. So I was glad to give that person a pretty good deal. And then we sold this new with tags, I think, Lululemon jacket. Yes, this was a Define jacket in a size 6. It was new with tags, special edition. I had it listed for a while for hire, and it wasn't getting very much attention. So when somebody sent me this offer of $72, I went ahead and accepted it. It was pretty cute, I feel like, but that's still a great sale. Okay, next up, we are getting close to the cutoff. Here's May 10th. Did I show you guys these last week? I don't know. It's so hard to remember because sometimes I'll add in my morning sales. These are a pair of Lululemon pants in a size 8. These were the black straight leg city pants. This style does pretty good. I think the black, of course, is a classic color that people like. So $45 on that. That is amazing. Maybe just 1 or 2 more sales here. Let's see. Did I show you those Crocs and the Papel dress? I'm just going to show you these heels because I can't remember. May 10th, these are a pair of Stuart Weitzman 8.5 burgundy suede pumps, office, workwear. These I had for quite a long time and they finally sold for $19. So I was happy about that. I don't remember if I showed you. If not, here's a few more sales. I feel like I showed you this Theory bundle. So maybe I did. So let's just move on to eBay and show you what I sold over there. First up are these pair of Allegria sandals that sold for a whopping $5.50. I've had these forever. They were kind of rough. They weren't really that cute, in my opinion. So these were on my 75% off sale. I am putting things that I've had for, I think, either 9 months or a year at 75% off. So I don't really care because at that point, I don't want it. I feel like my hair is sticking out. I'm trying to use the rosemary oil so I have my hair slicked back. Okay. Anyway, $75 sale. I sold these On Cloud men's running shoes. I just listed these. These apparently do have to go through eBay's authentication right here. I guess they put in a little video with my listing. So they're going to authenticate these and then they're going to send them into a buyer. Do you guys know when things get authenticated, either through Poshmark or eBay, and it goes somewhere else, do they repackage it all? So like, does it even matter how I package them? I don't know about that. Next up is a pair of soft surroundings pants that I sold for $6.25. These were also 75% off. Soft surroundings does not do that great for me anymore. They were in a size medium, just a cotton pair of printed pants. So goodbye, get out of my store. Eileen Fisher pants for $30. These were in a size 3X. Eileen Fisher plus size can do good. And so I would encourage you to pick it up. They were organic cotton. So that was a nice sale. Next was an IC by Connie K top. This got returned to me for fit and it sold immediately the next day. For $32, it had this like bow ruffle detail, and this is what the tag looks like. This brand still is a pretty good seller for me. So I was excited that I got a return and then I was able to just get it sold again really fast. Next up, we have a Vince top. This sold for $26. This was a size small, blue silk. I don't pick up a lot of Vince, but because it was silk is why I decided to get it. So really fast sale there. I was able to find a model picture. So that's nice. I just put that at the end of my listing. Next up was this New with Tags Anthropologie tank top that I sold for $22. This was orange. TLA was the sub brand, so you can see that right there. Anthropologie literally has so many brands. It didn't retail for that much, so I was like, I can't list it for that much. And it did have this little like, looks like possible dirt or like dust rubbing stain. So I was still happy to sell that for $22 really fast. Next up was a Masuk shirt. This sold for $22.50. So I can usually get more for like the jackets or blazers, but this was just a top. So not like super special, but I know that I can sell this brand pretty good. So that's why I picked it up. I sold this Polo Ralph Lauren men's sweatshirt in a size extra large. I had this listed for $40. They offered me $20, half off. I counter offered $30 and they went ahead and accepted that. So I was happy with that sale. Next up, we have an Eileen Fisher tank top that I sold for $15. If it was a larger size, I think I could have got more, but since it was an extra small, I just accepted the offer. It was 100% linen, which I do think is the reason kind of sold right now in the summer. This was a vintage JCPenney sweater that sold for $6.25. So not a great sale. I sold this, I got this a long time ago thinking for the vintage style, and apparently I was wrong. So that was not it. Here's these Burberry sandals. These sold for $150 with a 20% off coupon. They did have a couple of little scuffs. So I know that if you guys watch my channel, here's the scuffs. You know about these. There's some more over there. I got them at a Goodwill. I found them actually on camera, which was amazing because I feel like sometimes I don't find amazing things on camera. I thought they were fake. Did a lot of research, did a couple of videos, had almost everybody on the internet telling me they were fake. Used the legit app and I paid $5 to $10. Got them authenticated that they were real. So that was the whole saga with that, and a really good sale. As you can see, this buyer only has one feedback. A lot of people get scared of having buyers that have zero or low feedback, but it's like everybody starts somewhere. So anyway, that was exciting. I was really happy for that sale. Next up was a Ming Wang sweater that I sold for $30. This was in a size petite large, green, black cardigan. This is similar to like a Masuk. I feel like they have very similar styles. Next up was this vintage Eddie Bauer dress that I sold for $15. I got this on based on style. I thought it would do pretty good, but I don't know. It just didn't for me. It was at 25% off. So that means I've had it, I don't know, at least probably 6 months. Next up was this Peruvian Connection sweater that I sold for $30. This was in a size medium. It was purple and it was an alpaca and Pima cotton blend. I just picked up a Peruvian Connection sweater recently at the Goodwill, so I was excited to find that. I sold this Bryn Walker shirt for $12. Usually Bryn Walker sells for more, but this was a size extra, extra small. So I think that's why it didn't sell as good. Even though it was extremely oversized, it measured 25 inches across the chest. Still didn't matter. So kind of a low sale there, but that's okay. Catherine's shirt sold for $6.25. So as you can see, that's the price that I have, it's when it gets to 75% off of things that are $25 listed. In a 5X, it was actually Maggie Barnes for Catherine's, which I don't think does as good. Maybe it was just too plain. Like I said, I'm trying to get the printed stuff. I sold this really cute little baby Lily Pulitzer dress for $18. I didn't know what to list it at. I listed it at $35 because that's just what I list a lot of stuff at. Somebody offered me $18 and I was like, on a baby dress? Yes. I picked it up just because it was on the new rack and it was so cute. Next up was an Alice and Olivia dress that I sold for $28. I got this in a thread-up designer box. It wasn't very good. This was an older dress. The comps were not great on this style. It had a bunch of loose threads like you can see in that picture. It was silk, so basically I broke even with that dress. Next up was a Talbot sweater that I sold for $19. This was a size medium petite, and I got it because it was pure cashmere. And so 19 is decent. I did have it listed originally for 40, but that's okay. Next up was a Torrid shirt that I sold for $5. So yeah, it was down to $6.25 and they sent me an offer of $5 and I was like, yes, because I've had it for probably a literal year. So that is bad. I'm showing you guys the bad with the good. This is a Free People bodysuit. This sold for $48 on my birthday. So yay, this was a cutout new with tags bodysuit. I had to use the model picture. Okay, I didn't have to. This is the logo for Free People movement. But like, what if this was my stock photo? Like, there's no way to like accurately show that. So I feel like the model picture was kind of necessary for that. Next up was a pair of 7 for All Mankind Dojo jeans. These are a bolo. These have always been a bolo ever since I've started reselling. They sold for $75 with my 20% off coupon, size 27. How you can tell they're dojo is because it literally says it right here. And then the back pockets have these 7s on them. So be on the lookout for those. I don't know what those meant by dojo flip-flop, but they sold super fast and for a lot of money. These also sold for $40, which was kind of surprising. I had them listed for $50, but they had multiple stains. I mean, look at this. Pen mark here. They were vintage Abercrombie and Fitch, if I didn't say. They had the cargo pockets, another pen mark. So multiple stains and still sold for $40. If those would have been in like premium condition, I think I could have got close to $100. So vintage Abercrombie, like grunge, emo, that's not really emo. Grunge Y2K style is selling really good right now. These are a pair of Ron white shoes, which I had in my inventory. This was one of the pairs that I pulled out that wasn't listed anywhere. They sold for $10. I think this brand is expensive, but it does not resell good. So please do not pick these up. I would advise. Next up, we have a pair of Democracy jeans. These were in a size 18. These sold for $35 with my 20% off coupon, so that is $28. Dark wash in a size 18, Absolution, skinny jeans, yay. I love selling Democracy. The next pair only sold for $21. These ones were at my 40% off sale though. So these ones I've had for probably at least 6 months. So maybe that's why they were so low, but I didn't really care. That's still a good price. Next up, we have these Free People sandals. I feel like ever since I found these sandals, I found a lot of people that have made like knockoffs of them from different brands. So these ones are super cute. I did accept an offer of $30, I think, on those. Yeah. Next up, a pair of cut from the cloth jeans that I sold for $7.50. This was something from Ryan's inventory when I had nothing to list and I couldn't go out that I decided to list. They were the Bridget skinny ankle jeans in a size 2. Do not get those, but if you have them, I mean, I listed them and I made a couple bucks. Beyond, wow, why did it do that? This is a Beyond Yoga jacket in a size large. It did have some loose threads, as you can see by the waistband. That's the Beyond Yoga logo. Not everything does amazing from them, but some items in larger sizes can do okay. That sold for $20. Next up, I have a Sandro Paris t-shirt that sold for $17. Love Never Ends. It was in a size 0, which I think might be their vanity sizing. I can't remember. But anyway, $17 for a t-shirt. That's fine with me. Next up was this vintage Lacoste jacket that sold for $7. So I had some pretty pathetic sales, but it's good because, I had this listed for $18.75. Okay, we don't know what I did there. Why did I accept $7? Anyway, that was weird. So let's just move on. We're not going to talk about that. That's slightly embarrassing. This is the brand Home Frocks, which I've never heard of. It is a new to me Lag and Look brand. And here's what the tag looked like. I had this listed for 85. Comps were literally all over the place, anywhere from like 25 to 30 to like 80 something, 90. But I did accept an offer on this for $50, so I was really happy with that. Even though I listed it for 85, like I was willing to take anything. Okay, does this look familiar to you guys? Because I think I've literally sold it like 3 times this summer. Mission Canyon kimono. This was a new with tags, a one size kimono. I've sold it multiple times. I've never sold it for this much though. This time I sold it for $75 with a 20% off coupon. It has gotten returned a couple of times because they just didn't like it or the fit. So we are praying that this time it does not get returned because that's an amazing sale. Next up, we sold these Democracy shorts in a size 8. These are new with tags, purple, high rise, like a pastel color. They were the Absolution. Really, really fast sale on those for $30. So I was happy about this. This was a full price sale that actually kind of shocked me. It was an American Eagle sweatshirt, which I hardly ever get. It sold for $25 with 20% off coupon. But I felt like this graphic was so cute. It was the skeleton with these flowers. I feel like Grace would have like loved this, but it's not her size. And she has so many clothes. She's like, Mom, I can't take any more clothes right now unless there's something amazing. Next up was these Tory Sport leggings. So this was a great sale. These were Tory Burch, but here's the logo right here, but it does say Tory Sport. Whoops, upside down. $50 full asking price with a coupon. That's amazing. Next up, we sold these Athleta pants in a size 26. These were a size 8. These were the gray, green Endeavor pants. Even though they were new with tags, they still only sold for that much. I have had them for a while. I don't know. It's just, Athleta is just not it like it used to be. Next up was a Becca swimsuit. Becca can be a good swimsuit brand to be on the lookout for. This was a size large. It was a black mesh, like one-piece swimsuit, and so I was happy to get a swimsuit sale in my store. Next up, we have this Catherine's dress. The sleeveless plus-size dresses from Catherine are doing good. Around $20. This one's sold for, it's a size 4X. Let me see. It sold for $25, I think. Oh, $22. $22. Next up was a dress that sold for $27. I have had this for a while. It's the brand Beaumont, which I've never heard of. Here's what the tag looks like. It was organic cotton. That's why I decided to get it. I originally had it listed for $60, but I did have it for quite a while, so I was like happy to accept that order of $27. We have a Title IX dress that sold for $10. Somehow this went through a bunch of markdown sales and it got down to 75% off. So yeah, that sold for $10. Somebody got a great deal. Normally I wouldn't sell those for that cheap, but I'm not about, like, once I put my stuff down to 75% off, I'm not going back through all of my things. Like at this point I have 1,200 items in my store. I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't want to do this and I want to do this. Like that's going to take way more time. Like I don't care if it's been around for a year, like just be done. Next up was a Lou and Gray shirt. This was new with tags, sold for $17.50 with a coupon. Ivory, colorful. I felt like this was just kind of cute, but it didn't do that good. I've had it for at least 6 months, so I was happy to move that out. Another Mission Canyon item. This was a shirt in a size 1X, Lag and Look, boho, oversize. I did pick up a bunch of those at a Goodwill a while back. Next up was this Rails top. Rails doesn't do that good for me anymore, but I felt like since this was linen and it was like printed, like with a cute cheetah print, that it would do okay. I listed it at $35. Somebody sent me an offer of $20 the day I listed it, and I just took it because Rails is very off and on for me. Next up is a pair of Hey Dudes men's shoes. These were Ryan's. They sold for $16. Just a pair of gray slip-on shoes. He grew out of them, so he was trying to sell them. They didn't sell for him, and then he quit reselling, and so I sold them. Next up is a Desigual dress. This brand's really expensive, but it does not resell that good. I had this one for quite a while, as you can see, because it's 75% off. So I would be very picky with this brand. Maybe look up comps for the exact style. This Talbot's shirt sold really fast, and it was getting attention on all platforms. It wasn't a size 3X, and it was this navy blue embroidered shirt. So I think that embroidery really made it like cute, summery. People wanted it. So that was a nice quick sale. Next up was the brand Malvin, and now I think I see this sold at TJ Maxx. So I got this a while ago because I was like, oh, a cute chambray linen dress. No, it sold for $8.75 and it took freaking forever. We have a pair of Judy blue jeans. Again, these were a size 16 bootcut jeans, sold for $35, full asking price with a coupon. So yay for that. Do we have any more on May 10th? We do have this Viore jumpsuit. Did I talk about this? I'm going to go through the rest of my May 10th. Oh, not again. My May 10th sales, and if I already said them, I'm sorry. I can't remember if I did. This was in a size extra large. It was a, here's what the tag looks like, in a size small, and it has the style number in there if that tag is in there. So really cute, $68. That's a great sale. I sold this John Mark shirt for $35. John Mark is a good brand to be on the lookout for. I didn't know about it until a few months ago. That was kind of a kimono style. And then these Aquazura heels. I don't know if any of this is familiar. These were a size 9. I think I did show these because I feel like I remember showing the bottom with this little pineapple. Okay, so we are done here. So that's it for my sales, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody that comments, likes, share the video out if you want to on your social medias or anything like that. Hopefully I can help other people with their reselling business. I am going to get this video out and then I'm going to go thrifting. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I do post like live time behind the scenes while I'm at the thrift store picking stuff up. I do polls. Should I get this? Shouldn't I? So if you want to follow me over there, that information is down below. I will see you guys on Sunday. I'm going to do another thrift with me video. I'm actually going to take my camera with me today. So make sure you come back to watch that, see what I find, hopefully some good stuff. I hope you guys' sales are amazing this weekend and I'll see you soon.